Hey guys, welcome back to my vlog. Today's vlog is going to be a little mini series. If you watch my other videos, you know that I was elbow deep in market prep season to do my first market, so I didn't have time. Now that my market is passed, I have time to bust out this little challenge that I have given myself. So if you're not aware, All From Jade has come out with a brand new book of weighted buddies, and they are the most adorable things ever. I made one. Like I said, if you've seen other videos, you've seen that I've made one of them, and after I made the first one, I was like, I have to make all of them. I don't have time to sit and just make all of them, so that's why it's going to be like a little mini series. So as I finish them, I'll show you my progress, and then hopefully it won't take me too long. But I just finished a market. I have another one, a really, really big one at the end of the month. So we gotta get back into some market prepping, and I can't just make weighted buddies until after those markets, and then I can bust out the rest of them, and that would be amazing. But like I said, I'll show you the book. If you're unfamiliar, All From Jade has come out with these cute little buddies, and inside, instead of stuffing, the head has stuffing, but the body has the little polyfill pellets instead of stuffing. So I measure mine in a little cup, and then you put them in like a little socket. Looks like what you would use to try on shoes at the shoe store. Do you know what I mean? But I had ordered a whole box of those, so I measure about 3/4 of a cup, and that makes it the perfect little, not so filled, but enough to be weighted. So I started. If you watch my other video, you see I started with the mallard. The mallard is really popular. I make it in a bunch of other. My rubber duck, I did a mallard. So I wanted to start with the mallard. And then, like I said, once I made him, I was like, I have to make all of them. So that's what today's video is going to be. We're going to show you all the ones that I've made. I do make these in Posh or Perfect Chunky. So, and I use I always want to say the recipe. It's not the recipe, is it? Nope. The pattern tells you to do a different size for the head than the body. But I just use the same. It works out for me. But I think it turns out really cute. It's weighted enough. And I do add the safety eyes to it. When I'm weighting the Mama Made mini ones, I don't put it because those are intended to be weighted loveys. So these ones, I did add the little eyes. They're like weighted like little characters. So I did the mallard, and then, probably not going to do this in order. Oh, I did the dragon, and I couldn't resist doing it in spiral colors. So like this one, I took to market, and this one I'm saving for GalaxyCon. So I'm making this technically before my market. I'm trying to film ahead of time. Productive. That's what I'm trying to be, instead of rushing through my videos. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants that, because if I'm rushing, then I'm stressed. Nobody wants to be stressed. I'm just trying to share my journey here, right? So I had to make it in the spiral colors. He's super cute. I love the way he turned out. He did turn out a little bit bigger, but you see the head is made this way, and the head on this one is made, so I make it goes this way. And a lot of them are continuous. So I'll show you one of those, but you see the difference. So this one I'm going to charge 30 for, and I'm going to charge 35 for him just because he's got more pieces and he's bigger. He used up more yarn. So there's the one. And then, so usually when I'm doing something like this, when I'm doing a challenge or something, a color challenge, I usually just have my kids pick out the color, or okay, which one should I do next? So my daughter picked out the pug. I really like how he turned out. Like, he's got a little nose. He's got a little tail. I was going to say something I made called for a tail, but it was like, that's unnecessary because it's covered. So, he's got a little tail. It like curls. It's really cute. He was really easy to make, but if you see, he gets stuffed. So I make his head, and then the final row of the head is made in back loops, and then you start the body in the front loops. And then you finish at the bottom, and so I stuffed it from the bottom instead of this one gets stuffed, and then you sew the two pieces together. And as you go, so you'll make the arms and the legs, and then as you go, you sew it all together, which is really good because it makes a really quick thing to work up. But when I was working this one, I was like, these are the perfect colors for the otter. Isn't the otter so cute? He's so cute. I love how he turned out so much. There's a lot of color changes because when you're first looking at him, you think, oh, it's just half and half, but it's not. So be prepared for that. The dragon was a lot of color changes on his belly, but super worth it because Spyro's belly is the golden, yellowy, orange color. So, but I made the otter, and you see they all turn out about the same size. And then I made the turtle, and the turtle is the one that came, it has a tail, but like, so the shell comes off, and I don't know why, but it does. I could have given it a booty, but I didn't. I was kind of rushing at this point, and I was like, I want to get these done so I can make this video before my market, so I could take them to my market. But you see, it would kind of cover it. The shell would kind of cover it. So, and then this one, it does give you the option. The dragon does too. Gives you the option to do color change belly or plain belly, and I just chose to do the plain belly because I had just done the other color change ones, and I was like, I need a break. So, and I stuffed this one. I put too much polyfill in that one. I think I was trying to overcompensate because he was bigger, but like, I like when they're a little bit floppy because I like her video where she drops it. So I made a video where I dropped one of them, and it was really cute. So it needs a little bit of extra space in order to get the sensory part of it. But I really like how these guys turned out. And like I said, the little shell comes off. I don't know why. Probably just to make it cuter. You could do a booty. He's got a little backpack. It's cute. And then I used a lot of this green now that I'm noticing. It was probably right there next to me. I think I was making pickles, so it was in my area. But I made the rooster. The rooster does come with, so the duck and the rooster, it does come with a hen and then a white it comes with a white duck. I'm not gonna make those. So that's why this video is a little bit short, has a little bit fewer, because I made the boy versions, and I don't know. At this moment, I'm not gonna make, because they're more colorful, right? I'm not gonna make the hen and the white duck, or the hen and the white duck. It does have a yellow chick, which I was gonna make, but like, when you were looking through the pattern, the white duck and the hen are together. So it just tells you not to do the color change. So I just did one for now, just to kind of get through my challenge. But trying to market prep and do all those things, and then after my market, then I can sit and bust out the rest of them. But I really like he's like hey, like he's hey, and that's amazing. I love him so much. I don't know how much bigger. No, it's got a little waddle. Now the rusty orange color I used is Baby Bear, because Baby Bear, the new Michaels. Then when I say posh, I mean like Michaels has come out with new Baby Bear. It's called Baby Bear, Big Twist Baby Bear, and Big Twist Posh. So they have made it, and it is available again, and it's soft in the original way, not when they tried to make their like posh pearl. It was like, what is this? What is this? This is not what you were supposed to be making. Nope. But they went back and redid it, and it's amazing again. So hopefully they come out with more colors so that they can get the frenzy of the posh. Like, they have quite a few colors, and I got one of each that my store had, but I don't think that's all the colors that they make. And then the last one on my list that I've made, so that makes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I made the unicorn. My daughter said, since you've made the dragon, make the unicorn. So then you've got all the mystical creatures on there. I did, in the pattern, it has you do the 3 rows of different color hair, so it's like rainbow, but I just wanted just one. And I did do chains instead of just loops. I have a hard time with the loops. Like when I make the, what's it called? The Fortnite llama. I use the loops to make it look like the confetti, because it's a piñata, right? So I make the loops, but I make the loops after, so I'm just going through and not, but I like the way, so Mama Made Minnie's unicorn does chains like this, and so I just found it easier, and I did short ones because it's a baby unicorn, right? When I first started this one, because you always do the head first, and then you stuff it and you close it, it looked like a pig. So if you do this, it looks like a pig. And I thought that was hilarious. I was like, it's a pig. And as you go, it looks less and less like a pig when you add the horn and the mane and stuff like that. It's less like a pig, but like if I was to cover this up, it's a pig. But I don't know if this one turned out. I didn't measure if this one turned out. Yeah, this one, because its head is done the same way. So it's a little bit bigger. And it's got a few extra little things instead of just a head. And so that's what I'm going to do. I haven't decided if this one will be 35 too. Like I said, these ones turn out a little bit bigger. And then, so my goal is I want to make all of them. But like I said, I was deep into market prep. I'm still technically deep into market prep because I'm filming this on the 29th. So my market is on this Saturday. So I wanted to get it done so I can make my video and show all you guys and be able to take them to my market. Yay! So that's all we have for today. I will come back when I've made more of them. So I said I had 7. Once I get, I think 8, when I get 8, make another 8, I will come back and show you part 2. Leave in the comments which one, if you've seen the book, which one, I'll show you a picture, another picture, which one do you think I should make next? Which one should be in part 2? But that's all we have. We got a market this weekend, so you'll see that video before this video. And then I'll tell you how well, you'll know how well these do in that video. And that's all. We'll see you next time. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and we'll see you.